Several families in Austin are searching for justice after losing loved ones in hit-and-run accidents.
They say right now the penalties for someone failing to stop and render aid are not enough, but there is a new bill in the Texas Senate committee that could give them some solace. KXAN's Natalie Stoll has more from the state capitol.
Families who have experienced hit-and-run accidents firsthand gathered at the Capitol. They're here to support a bill that they say tackles a statewide issue.
It's inhumane for a victim to lay on the side of the road and have no ambulance, no one hand to hold.
But that's what happened to Lori Griffin's daughter, Courtney, something she wants to see changed.
We want people to stay on the scene. We want people to call for help.
Senators Kurt Watson and Wendy Davis say one way to do that, make the penalty tougher for failing to stop and render aid. Senate Bill 275 would make it a second-degree felony, manslaughter. It's something Lori Griffin is behind.
We don't have until next session to pass SB 275. We're losing too many lives. We need to close the loophole this session.
Austin Police Department Chief Art Acevedo sat in to show his support during the Senate committee hearing, as did another family. Leslie Husey was also in the room. Her husband, Mark Goebel, was struck and killed by a truck last June. In her first public statement, she wrote, "Mark's untimely death has rocked our worlds, and it has been a never-ending nightmare for me to witness firsthand the kids' deep pain over losing their father." She went on to say, "The current FSRA law is not an appropriate consequence for those who hit a person, causes serious injury, death, and flee. Far from it. It encourages drivers to ignore their responsibilities to victims and run away, especially if they have something to hide from the law."
The people that are dying from this crime are people we can't afford to lose. They're the ones giving back.
At the Capitol, Natalie Stoll, KXAN News.
And once this bill moves out of the Senate committee, it'll go to the Senate floor. If passed there, it goes on to the House. After passing the House, the governor must sign it into law. The hit-and-run cases we mentioned are still going through our court system. Going in depth now, the mother of Courtney Griffin has filed a civil lawsuit. It happened last week against Gabrielle Nestande and the death of her daughter. The lawsuit includes 4 counts against Nestande, including negligence and gross negligence. Last month, Nestande was convicted of criminally negligent homicide, but was only sentenced to probation. Meantime, the suspect in Mark Goebel's death is expected to appear in court on April the 10th. Roman Torrijos Gonzalez faces charges of failure to stop and render aid.